Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games. Today I'm playing Monster Train. These days on Monster Train I have one goal, which is to master one card, the Glugsider. So this time we're going to be trying to do that with Awoken Wormkin. I'm choosing to play as the Sentient because we don't have the crown for the Sentient with Awoken Wormkin. And let's go. The main thing is find Glugsider, then try to win, but we really need to find it first. Alright, Seraph the Chaste. Removes buffs and debuffs. That doesn't affect anything that we have currently. The Edge Prior is interesting to have. I don't really like proclamations that are not infused very much. And Vine Grasp is great. So I feel mixed about that starting deck. I'm going to choose Cultivating because I really like to draw one extra turn on Cultivating. Oh, we could take Volatile Gauge. Oh my. This makes the starting deck so much worse. But oh man, we're going to take it. Volatile Gauge at the very beginning. We have to turn this on for the unit draft. And with Volatile Gauge, that might mean that we die on the first one. Yeah, we might die on the first one. The Vine Grasp is no longer a useful card. So we're going to play the Sentient up here. We're going to play a Train Steward behind the Sentient. And then we can kill one of these with an Echo Break. And play a Restore or a Train Steward. I guess we play a Train Steward here. It's probably just going to die next turn. Okay, so we have two Proclamations and no Echoes really to speak of. I guess we could kill something at the bottom with a Proclamation, but we'd have to spend both of our Ember on it. Otherwise, can we do anything? Wow. I think the answer is no. If we play the Train Steward in the middle, then the Train Steward kills one of those. Let's do it. And we can even restore on the Train Steward so that it doesn't take as much damage. And we get an Echo, which might matter. Okay. I am going to do something a little weird. We're going to Echo Break you. No. Right, you just give it to him. I wanted you to get one attack, but we can't do that anymore. Alright, let's Echo Break. Oh my. I don't want to let any of them up, so kill that one. We can't do a Proclamation unless we play Restore. So we could kill one of them by playing Restore Proclamation, or we could kill one of them by playing Echo Break. I will choose to play Echo Break. How in the world are we going to win this one? I do not know. I think we're in a bad spot. And the fact that all of those are there doesn't make it much better. Let's save health on our champion. We can do that by Vine Grasp, Echo Break. Now you're only taking 5 damage. We haven't actually taken any damage on our Pyre yet. I just don't think we beat the boss. Ooh, the Edge Prior. Forgot that we had that. Well, the Edge Prior goes at the top, because it makes all of those restores free next turn. That's definitely worth the Ember Drain. So, we get to play... We could play a restore this turn. It doesn't make them free. It makes them cost 1 less. Right. The Echo Breaks are better to play than a restore. Alright, let's see if any of the restores are free. One of them is free. Huzzah. Now. An Echo Break kills that one. So does a Vine Grasp. We'll play the Vine Grasp. 101 damage. That means we're not losing. Is it better to play a restore or an Echo Break? I think it's better to play restore, because if we play restore, you will be at 34 and you'll have 2 regen, so it'll take you 1 more attack to kill it, which means another cultivate and more attacks from these guys. Great. Alright, you're only attacking the player once. That was a hard-fought first battle. Hard-fought first battle. Razor Sharp Edge is so good. Probably want to take it. Do I want to take it over a Glimmer? I mean... maybe, maybe not. The problem with any of these is that they're not going to cost 1. Taking the Glimmer. These all cost 0, that's usually not good when you have Volatile Gauge. We could take Echo Transfer, which I will definitely consider. I'm going to take the Echo Transfer. Okay, the fact that these all cost 1 as well is a little bit annoying to me. You're supposed to get the big units, you know? But in any event, Shard Soul Carver has a pretty good sacrifice effect, and the Animus of Speed has a pretty good sacrifice effect. I'm going to take the Shard Soul Carver. Okay. We go to the right. We hope very hard. We didn't get Glugsider yet. We are going to take First of Kin. Partially because it's going to cost a lot less. Peeking here, see an Eternal Stone? I mean, we're going to take the Ember Stone. There's no doubt about that. Maybe we should look at this first. Spike Steel more. Ooh, Split Anvil along with Volatile Gauge. That's actually a winning combo. Great. Surge Stone and Ember Stone. We're definitely taking Ember Stone. What are we putting it on? Putting it on an Echo Break or a Glimmer? I don't want to put it on Glimmer, because I want other things on Glimmer. Let's just take Surge Stone. Surge Stone, we're going to put that on an Echo Break. And then Purge a Train Steward, presumably, although the Proclamations are quite bad. And the Vine Grasp are quite bad. Let's still purge Train Stewards first. But we want to purge a lot of cards. A lot. Well, Spikes 3. How bad is that? It's not that bad when we've got First of Kin killing a lot of things, right? I'll believe that for now. We drew the Shard Soul Carver, which is fine. Do I want that one behind the Sentient, or the First of Kin behind the Sentient? I guess I want the Shard Soul Carver behind the Sentient. It also means that we only get Ember Drain once, which is also kind of nice. I'm going to deal you 1 damage. So we could deal you 1 damage again next turn, perhaps. And the Echo. The Echo is nice there, too. Alright. First of Kin, you go here. Next, proclamations don't have the extract, so we can't do anything else. Alright. You know, it's not going great. We did get a glimmer, which kills this one, and we could use an echo break to kill that one. Alright, I'll do that. So we'll do the echo break up here first. Then we could play Edge Prior, which still allows us to play Glimmer. And it allows us to play Restore, which is nice. Wait a minute, the Restore costs 0 up here? Why does it cost 0 up here? That doesn't make sense. Alright, I'll take the bug, maybe? Oh, it's because of Split Anvil. I need to remember that I have Split Anvil. Right. Split Anvil means we want to play the Echo Break first. Echo Break first, and then all the rest of those are free. Vine Grasp. Play the Echo Break. Play Proclamation. Play a Restore on you now. Right. You got to the fire. I didn't even notice you were going to do that. That was silly. So, biggest cost spell first. That's the Echo Break. We're already winning? Oh. Never mind. Click enter. Okay, 5 damage taken. I do like Razor Sharp Edge. I'm gonna take it this time. I don't think these are worth it. Let's skip. Now, we're going this way. We don't have a Wormkin banner next time, so we've got 2 chances to get Glugsider. And we really just want to see Glugsider. We don't see it yet. What do we have in the deck so far? First of Kin and Shardsoul Carver? I guess we get Keeper of Echoes. And then Concealed Cabinets. Oh, Dante! Oh, you're terrible with Volatile Gauge, let's be honest. Terrible. I can't help you. Alright, well, that was sad. Sketches of Salvation? Now, that's a thing. The the Edge Prior is the weirdest one there now. Also, if we actually get Glugsider, this would make Glugsider work so much more easily because we don't have to worry about the extract cost. So let's really hope. We've got one chance. One chance to get Glugsider. We are hoping hard. Alright. The First of Kin doesn't cost as much as the Keeper of Echoes, so I guess we're playing First of Kin at the top. And what do? You push the attack unit back. So I want that to be the First of Kin that gets pushed back so that we have this a revenge effect take place more often. Actually, it kind of doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to have you get pushed back so that later the First of Kin can get pushed back. And then we play Restore, so we can play the other cards. We could do an Echo Break. Let's do this. Echo Break, we'll do a Restore on you, then we do Proclamation. Great. So, how many things are dying there? Also, we only have 2 Ember this turn, which makes it so that there's very few things we can actually play. Yeah. We can play 1 2-cost spell. Or we could play Edgebriar, which seems foolish right now. So 1 2-cost spell. Which one will it be? And then what do we get to play after that? Razor Sharp Edge, and that's it? Okay. This is not great. I guess we Glimmer down here. Alright. Razor Sharp Edge up here. And that was that turn. There's a Proclamation that costs 3, but we could only play it at the top. So the Echo Break is the thing that we're going to play first. And I guess we play it here. Now we've got lots of things that we can do. I'm going to play the Echo Transfer up here on you. I'm going to play... the Echo Break on you, I guess? Echo Break on you. The big Echo Break, I mean. The small one goes on this one. And then... an Echo Break down here on something? And then Restore, which affects our champion or the Shard Soul Carver. The Shard Soul Carver gets more out of it. And the Train Steward dies, which is actually fine, because now we could fit the Edgefire in the center. Keeper of Echoes. I really want you to be in the center, you know? The Edgefire could go in the center. If we did that, we could play very little else. But we should definitely consider it. Anyway, let's do it. Edgefire goes in the center, and then we can play basically 1 spell. It could be the Razor Sharp Edge. If we play a Razor Sharp Edge on you, you actually do a fair amount. And that would be useful to potentially kill that one next turn. Okay. Proclamation. Okay. Well, at the top, we really just want to play an Echo Break. We should play a 2-cost thing first, which is going to be Echo Transfer. Alright. So, we want to play an Echo Break at the top with more Ember than we have, or more Echoes than we have now. So let's do some other things. We actually only deal 3 damage with this one. So we'd have to play both of these up here. Alright, fine. 1 on you, 1 on you. And then the Proclamation can go here. And we can play any of these here. I'll play the Glimmer. We could play a 3-cost Proclamation in the center. Let's start there. Now we've got plenty of other things that we can do. I'm going to play the Vine Grasp here. And... why did I do that? Because the Echo Break doesn't do enough. Well, we can make the Echo Break do more. There we go. And then... guess we're going to play another Restore on you. Fine. I mean, we're definitely winning. We've got an 80 attack unit behind my champion. So I think we are very strongly willed to win. And we can play a few things here too. Let's play the Proclamation. And do we want to play Echo Transfer here? Kind of. Sure. Let's try it. And then Vine Grasp, Echo Break, and you're taking 450 damage. And then you do die up here pretty fast. Let's just click end turn and win. Alright, we really need Glug Cider. Ooh, Cycle of Life, we'll take that. Glug Cider, yes, we got it. Alright, this run can continue. And we have to keep Glug Cider, which is interesting. Luckily, we do have the Vine Grasps in the deck, which we could use to push the Glug Cider to the front, which is where you want Glug Cider to be. But there we go. We kind of don't need Herzl's Compound because we are drawing 3 extra and 4 extra. So we just want Fell's Remorse. Okay. Let's consider... Actually, there's not a whole lot to consider. We basically want to go to every unstable vortex we can, because there's so many things we want to remove from our deck. Yeah. We just want to remove far too many things from our deck to not go to the unstable vortex. So, let's start with Train Stewards, because we don't want those to appear in the center. And let's actually go to the champion first. So Cultivating 2 or Explosive. The main problem here is that the champion is not going to do much anymore. So I think we're just going to have you have more health so that we draw cards for a longer amount of time. And then Divine Temple, we've got Engage Pact. What a Value Stone. Value Stone could make something tend to be free. We could put it on Cycle of Life. I like the Cycle of Life being free usually. Sure. We're definitely going to choose Engage Pact. I think we're also going to choose Purge Stone, because we have so much to purge. No idea what we're doing with duplicating a card. Maybe we duplicate Cycle of Life, because I don't want to duplicate a unit right now. Yeah, don't really want to duplicate anything that's in the deck, except for perhaps Cycle of Life. So I guess we're going to duplicate that. Let's start there. Duplicate Cycle of Life. Actually, yeah, let's duplicate Cycle of Life. Alright. 40 pack shards. We're going to get more because we're going to do a sacrifice here. We have 1, the Edge Prior, which, you know, actually has a pretty decent sacrifice effect for volatile, or not volatile gauge, for Sketches of Salvation. Huh, interesting. We're probably not going to keep it, but there's a thing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. One of those is a Train Steward, which we want to remove. One of those is an Edge Prior, which we probably want to remove. So we kind of already have 4 units that we want to keep. So when we're taking this, we're thinking about things to sacrifice or things that we would sacrifice one of our other units to. We could sacrifice an Animus of Speed. The Vine Mother we're not going to sacrifice. We're not going to take at all, I don't think. Not when we have a Sketches of Salvation run. So the Vine Mother, or not the Vine Mother, the Animus of Speed makes somebody quick. Who would we want to be quick the most? Probably First of Kin, because it has the base stats. Although the Shard Soul Carver's not bad. Okay, let's take the Animus of Speed. Let's sacrifice it to a Shard Soul Carver. Sacrifice Animus of Speed to the Shard Soul Carver. Now, as much as I want to take Purge Stone, will we die in this next battle if I do? We might, so I'm not going to, because taking more pack shards right now is very dangerous. So I'm not going to do it. Ooh, you're annoying. Okay, well, Mark of Invasion is kind of annoying too. It is. We have a fair number of cards that deal damage that are spells. So I'm definitely thinking about turning it on. At least it doesn't deal a ton of damage to my hire. Let's turn it on. I feel the most safe turning on Mark of Invasion. Okay, the train steward that ended up in front is dying. How sad. Alright. We get the First of Kin and the Sentient at the top. Don't mind that at all. Let's start there. The Sentient and First of Kin at the top. I want more of these to die, which means I play Cycle of Life on you so that you kill all of them with spikes. How about that? Done. Next. Let's play things in the center, because if we play things in the center, then we make all of these guys better. If we play things with echoes, that I mean. And unfortunately, it doesn't matter which order we play these in. Ooh, our train steward is not going to die, is it? Why? Oh, you're quick. You kill one of them at the beginning. Right. So if we kill another one, then you kill one immediately, and then they have 5 attack. So why do you die? Oh, they have 6 attack. Right. That's why. I don't really mind the train steward dying. We got a Vine Grasp. Huzzah. Alright, we're going to play Restore first, because then we can play everything else if we want to. And we really want to play the infused stuff in the center, like all the time. We're going to play a Vine Grasp to move you to the front. And then we can Proclamation here. That's nice. We can Cycle of Life you, which is really nice, actually. Do that. Razor Sharp Edge on you. You're nice to Razor Sharp Edge because you've got quick. And then Vine Grasp can kill this one right here. And then 2 Echo Breaks. 1 Echo Break, and then 2 Echo Breaks. We're basically making our middle as well as we can make it. But I think we've already kind of made it so we win this one. Let's just follow through. So you're taking very little in terms of damage. Our most expensive spell is a Restore or an Echo Break. We'll do a Restore. Restore, please. Restore. I don't know what we're going to do there, because I don't think we do enough damage to deal with those. Maybe we'll get a Proclamation or a Vine Grasp. The Vine Grasp would move one of these to the front. Alright, we'll see. We'll see what we do next turn. For this turn, we're just playing everything here, because playing everything here does the best for us. Should we spread out the damage? Not for the boss? Yeah, let's not spread out the damage. The attack is what I really mean to say there. And restore you some more. Huzzah. We did get a Vine Grasp. We also got Proclamation. Let's start with Proclamation. Well, actually, we need to start with the 3-cost one. And then Proclamation. We can Vine Grasp you to the front, which will mean that we kill you, but it might mean that we don't kill you then. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, okay, that was actually not the best in some ways. I'm gonna do more Cycle of Life on you. I like the Cycle of Lives. If we... Let's see here, you're quick, so you kill this one quickly. I'm gonna spread out the damage a little bit more now. And then let's Vine Grasp. You're taking 34 damage. Alright, you know what? Let's Vine Grasp this one back to the front. Because then we just have 1 health at the end. Brief Respite. I don't think we're playing Edge Prior at all. So let's play an Echo Break to begin with. Echo Break. You are dying after dealing 8 damage. I don't mind the 8 damage. I really just want to make the middle better. So we will. Glimmer. Cycle of Life. Proclamation. The Restore. Restore. And then we're going to deal 7 damage to you. Or you, I guess. And then 8 damage to this one. Huzzah. You're not even taking damage because you heal it all right back up. Alright, we are going to crush this one. That's my opinion. We crush. Cycle of Life. The Echo Transfer. We want to play a Proclamation here. I don't care that much. The Echo Break we want to play here, though. Let's Echo Break you so that you get that regen spent, I guess, a little bit. I don't know. We brought you forward, which is the more important part. And then we are winning. Let's click end turn and win. Alright. Lots of money? Unleash the Wildwood. Do we even need it is the thing. I guess it helps. Because we're not going to have what we just had there, where the Glugsider is healing up every damage that it's taking. So I think we should take the Unleash the Wildwood. But I don't feel the need to put a Keepstone on it or something like that this time. Do we want Soul Crushing Guilt for the boss? I think the bosses will not be the hard part. How about Total Recall? Total Recall is weird because of Volatile Gauge. Let's not take Total Recall, I think. Alright. Just skip this. I didn't want the Soul Triple either. So, we really need to make our units better. So we're going to the right. I want to peek what's in these two and then do other things. Large stone is amazing. Great. Glad to see that. Value stone we could put on something to make it free more often. Seek stone we could put on practically nothing. I don't know what we want a Seek stone on. I guess we could put a Seek stone on a Vine Grasp, so we could put the Glugsider in front at the beginning of every battle. That is definitely an idea. Alright, we'll think about that while we take the Concealed Caverns. Glowing Brands. Well, rare Melting, rare Stygian, or rare Hellhorned. I think the rare Hellhorned tend to be more expensive cards, which makes them better with Volatile Gauge. So I'm going to see what this is. I was kind of wrong about that with what we actually ended up with. Spike of the Hellhorned works extremely well with Split Anvil, though, because we play it first and then all of the other cards are free. Okay. I mean, the fact that it consumes is annoying there, but it does make everything else in my hand free when we play it. All the spells, at least. We're expecting to have no units in our hand. Ooh. What do I think about Root Split Mask? Do we need it for any reason? The problem is, if we trap somebody at the top, there's still kind of nothing we can do. So, I think we're gonna take the Serrated Mandibles. Divine Temple. I was thinking about the Seek Stone. I am going to take the Seek Stone. Put that on a Vine Grasp so we can move our Glugsider to the front in the first turn. What do we large stone? Kind of anything. Take a large stone and be happy with it. I'm just not going to put it on Glugsider. I guess the one that has Quick is a good one to put the large stone on. Let's do that. We are going to put a Heartstone on Glugsider. I need to think about my units a little bit more, because we're going to remove more cards there. We could sacrifice if we wanted again. The question is there a duplicate that we're going to do? We're not going to do another duplicate. Probably not, unless I think that we really need to. What are the units that we have? I mean, we need to get rid of the Edgebriar. We could sacrifice the Edgebriar right now. So I think we will. We need to get rid of the Train Steward. So if we get rid of the Edgebriar and the Train Steward, then we've got 4 units that are all pretty good, but only one of them has a sacrifice. Another one will have the Edgebriar sacrifice, which restores health. Okay. So that means that we're not going to... We only want to sacrifice the Edgebriar. Let's do that now. So, sacrifice Edgebriar to one of these. I mean, we want it to not be the Glugsider, because the Glugsider's in front, and therefore most likely to die, even though I think it's not going to die. And this is just a resolve effect. So it doesn't matter much which one it goes on. Let's put it on Keeper of Echoes. Gives you a little bit more starting health. Don't see how that matters. We're not going to take the Value Stone. I'm going to be very careful about shards now. Strength Stone. On the quick one? Or just on one of them? I think I'm going to put it on one of them. So, first of kin. I care somewhat the least about you. Somewhat. Then we reroll. Endless is the worst we could see here. Thornstone, however, goes on Glugsider, no problem. We don't really need a Heartstone on anything. We do need to purge the Train Steward. Okay. We're going to stop the unit upgrades there. When's the next time we get to unit upgrade? We might not. We might not do more unit upgrades. So if we might not, do we take a Heartstone and put it on one of these? Sure. Let's put the Heartstone on Keeper of Echoes. Okay, very sad that that ended up not being something I particularly wanted. And let's move on. Careful about pack shards. Your stealth is annoying. The spell shield is annoying too. We have just too many spells in the deck that deal damage for me to turn that on. So let's not turn it on. Be very careful. Uh-oh, Glugsider appeared in front. That means we can use this Vine Grasp another way. We're going to put you at the top. That way you're drawing one extra turn. Or drawing one extra every turn for as long as that's possible. We will Vine Grasp, Echo Break, kill all of those, and then restore to make our middle better. Okay, I do want to kill you at the top. And unfortunately, we don't have a lot of great things to do. How do we kill the one at the top? I guess we're going to do Glimmer at the top, and then an Echo Break at the top. How sad. Alright. Spike of the Hellhorn we're going to wait for another time, because we had Ember Drain that turn. Echo Transfer to our back unit. We could Echo Break you to just do the Inspire effect more. Yeah, alright. And then I'm worried about you, the overcharged tank back there. Because I don't think we do enough damage just yet to take you out. We're dealing you 6 damage. That's only from the Reap that you get. Oh, and you're also getting armor, so right. You are stealthy, so apparently we're taking all of our attacks on you. Let's make it so that we're not taking all of our attacks on you. One of the ways that we could do that is playing the Proclamation. Oh man, there's too many 2 costs. There's no 3 costs. I can play 2 of the 2 costs. Which 2 will I play? Probably an Echo Break after we do other things. Razor Sharp Edge we're going to do on you. Then I want to do a Proclamation. So, We need 80 damage to go on you, so that you can get hit by my big guy in the back. We don't have a lot to do. So, you are getting 8, 21, and that makes it 80. Oh, it's 90 that we need. Right. Alright. 90. If we do the Echo Break on you, then our guys just got stronger and now you die. Alright, excellent. And then I'll do a Vine Grasp on one of these, so that we don't take your damage next turn. Okay. Glad we were able to kill that back one with our units this early in the battle. This is a great time to do Spike of the Hellhorn. So, we are going to give our back one. Actually, let's do that to the second to the back one. So we've got kind of two big ones in the back. We do that first so that we can play everything else. Vine Grasp. Vine Grasp here, because we can play the Glimmer here. And then Echo Transfer in the back. Echo Break. It looks like we can't Echo Break all the times, though. Alright. Let's Echo Break down here. And do the Proclamation down here. Alright. Great. We've won this battle. Honestly, we've won this battle. Let's do the Proclamation first. Let's do Unleash the Wildwood. Let's do Echo Transfer. Let's do Restore, Restore, an Echo Break, and a Razor Sharp Edge. Alright. Next turn. You've got 10 stealth. That is the most annoying part. We can Vine Grasp at the bottom. I'm going to start with that. Vine Grasp you, and then we can Echo Break another one. And then we can Proclamation down here. Alright. Everything else is going here except for this Vine Grasp. Alright. So, Cycle of Life. An Echo Break. I guess we're going to play the Echo Break here first. And then Restore. Okay. Not much is happening to you, but you're going to spend all of your stealth trying to attack my front guy and not winning. Alright. Let's go. Alright. That went great. Ensnare. The reason that we might want Ensnare is that at the very beginning, if we draw Ensnare, it could help us defeat some of the first guys that are going up. I don't think that's good enough. Let's skip it. Forgotten Trade is not that useful. I mean, Forced Contamination is good. We can take Forced Contamination. We'll do that. Now, we have to go this way to remove more cards, because removing more cards is very important in this deck. I want to remove, honestly, the Proclamations. Do we want to keep the other Vine Grasp? I think we do. I'm thinking whether we actually want to remove both Proclamations. I think the answer is yes. Okay, so we remove both of those. There's a value stone that could go on things. There's nothing that I really want to definitely be able to play every turn. There's a purge stone that we could take. Freeze stone. Surge stones are not bad. I don't mind the surge stones. Surge stone on an Echo Break. And then we could play an Emberstone on something. Razor Sharp Edge, maybe? Maybe Unleash the Wildwood? I don't know. Razor Sharp Edge. Do I want a Freeze Stone? Not particularly. So let's re-roll. Eternal Stone could go on Spike of the Hellhorned. Actually, not too bad. I don't mind that. Sure. And then Power Stone. Want to put on Glimmer. Yeah, want to put that one on Glimmer. And then Emberstone. We're going to put that on the Unleash the Wildwood. Alright. Okay. That was that ring. Our deck didn't get a lot better, but we did remove the proclamations, which I think was good. I would like something to replace them. You know, even if they're proclamations that have infused on them. that would be a great replacement, actually. So, we are going to play the Vine Grasp on you, bring you forward, and we're going to play Cycle of Life on you. The Sentient is going to go at the top, so we draw one every turn, and then, honestly, what we really should do is just inspire you guys as much as we possibly can. Okay, that was as much as we possibly could the first turn. Unleash the Wildwood kind of came too early. It would be nice if it came after this turn. But we can play our Spike of the Hellhorned, which is nice. We'll play that. We won't be able to play Restore if we play that. That is fine. And then Cycle of Life. Glimmer? Sure, that kills that back one. Unleash the Wildwood. Echo Break. Razor Sharp Edge. I'm wondering if we should split the damage here, and I think the answer is not yet. Okay. Our 3 costs are Echo Break and Restore. I guess we'll do an Echo Break on... I mean, I kind of want to do it here, I guess. And then we're hoping to add some Reap to the boss this turn, to be honest. I'm going to play both Vine Grasps on you. No, don't worry about it. Let's play the Vine Grasps on the boss. Or on you, actually. You and the boss. So, next. Next is a Restore. Restore. Echo Transfer. Echo Break, which we're going to do on the boss. Alright, so the boss has 5 Reap, which is the start of something great. Okay, those 2 at the bottom have a lot of health. And one of the things I'm going to do is spread out my damage. Cycle of Life, Cycle of Life. I mean, this gets really repetitive when you've got a deck like this one. All right, and then a couple of Echo Breaks, and then we're done here. Great. So, how is the center going? I would like to see. You are not taking enough damage. We'll play the Vine Grasp first. We can play that at the bottom if we care. I'll play it against the boss. Alright. Next. Definitely playing Restore. Definitely playing Unleash the Wildwood. We're playing Echo Transfer on the back one. And now we're killing both of them. How about that? Great. Vine Grasp here. Force Contamination. I don't really want to do on the boss, because you would get the first attack. No. Our quick one would get the first attack. Who's quick? You are. Alright. Actually, it's great to do Force Contamination on the boss. I mean, eventually. So, do we Glimmer first? I guess we Glimmer first. Glimmer, and then Cycle of Life, Restore. Restore, please. Echo Break. Razor Sharp Edge. I'm going to do that on the quick one, actually. It's interesting that my champion and that thing up there are actually battling it out. Because both of these started with 0 attack, and my champion is already up to 16. My champion is going to slowly win this. Oh, that's funny. Alright. Spike of the Hellhorned. Let's start there. We're gonna make you big now, I guess. Actually, let's split it out again. And then Vine Grasp on Boss Man? Sure. Cycle of Life here. We're doing an Echo Transfer. Let's do the Unleash the Wildwood, a couple of Restores. Restore. The Echo Transfer we'll play on the back one. Actually, we could do the Echo Break right now. It doesn't kill you, though. Okay. We'll play the Echo Break on the boss, then. And then Echo Transfer on the back one. Alright, boss is taking 308 damage. And how are we doing at the top? Oh? We're actually gonna defeat you? My champion on its own is gonna defeat that one without any help from me. At all. No help. Ooh, too many of these cost 3. How sad. I guess we'll play a Restore for 3. And then just a few other things. Vine Grasp we can do on the boss. And we're done. That was a shorter battle that time. Spike of the Hellhorned. We're already winning, by the way. Alright, I'm gonna just end turn. We see, finally, top one get defeated. Alabaster Guardian gone. And then win. Ooh, I really like my Perfect Insanity. It's only really playable in the center with what we're doing. But if we put a Freestone on it, it's amazing. Yeah, we're gonna take Perfect Insanity. And how much are we drawing each turn? We still kind of draw a lot each turn. The Fell's Remorse doesn't do anything more for me, though, because all we needed was 4 to be able to play all of the spells each turn. Except if we get multiple that cost 3, which 5 doesn't make that any better. So let's take a Herzl's Compound this time. And now, where are we going? We have some money to spend on an artifact, So we could go this way to buy a specific artifact. And we get another Concealed Caverns, which could be amazing. Let's go this way. And Merchant of Trinkets has what? Cursed Vines is actually pretty bad now that we're drawing so many cards per turn. Because we're drawing an extra 3 here, an extra 1 here, and an extra 1 with my champion. So that's not great. How about Echo Seedling? What's the first consume spell? Yeah, the consume spells that we have, we don't want to play again. Alright. Let's not take Echo Seedling. I think, therefore, this is just a reroll. And if it's just a reroll, we can't afford it, so we're not going to take it. How sad. Concealed Caverns. Okay, I will spend health on an artifact. 5, and then another 5, and we get, you know, Emblem of the Exiles is pretty good, actually. Sure, we take it. I really need a spell that deals a lot of damage to enemies, which we just don't have. I mean, we took Perfect Insanity, which I guess fits that to a T. But not exactly the way that I wanted. Well, I'm certainly taking Cultivating 3, because 160 health means that we might draw an extra 1 for even longer. Spells get an extra upgrade slot. You know, none of these are amazing to us, but if we look at this, we're going to the Merchant of Magic next time, so the Lightstone Casing is the most likely thing that would be good for us. Alright. Let's move on. You I'm not very worried about. The non-boss enemy units get 8 extra attack. How bad is that? It's bad if they get to the pyre. Which is the problem. Right. Because if they get to the pyre, that's bad. I'm gonna take it, though. Which means the first couple things that come out are the worst for us. Like you're particularly bad for us. And we need to be able to deal with you. We have Restore. So we'll play the Restore first. Play the Restore and then attack my own guy? Sure. You know what? That's what's happening. Attack my own guy. Put him in front. We could put you in front. That helps a lot. So we do that. The Sentient goes to the top. We play all the rest of these. Why am I putting Razor Sharp Edge on you? That's not the right place. Put the Razor Sharp Edge on the back one. Yes. Unleash the Wildwood and a Restore. So, all of these should die from the Reap that they're going to get, by the way. So you're going to take a bunch of damage. But they will all die on the middle floor, except for maybe that front one, which is the problem one, as you know. 147 damage right now. Force Contamination would fix that. I'm going to start with the Echo Break. We've got other Echo Breaks, so we're going to hit this Echo Break on the front one. Alright, and then we can Echo Break the... Oh, we also got Perfect Insanity, which also solves the problem. Well, how about that? I mean, the problem is that means we're not getting it next turn, when the Dark Wings is getting there. But, you know, that's fine. Kill the Collector, and then Echo Break. Actually, should we knock this one out so it doesn't deal as much damage to my guy? I think we should. Should have just done that with that one, to be fair. Echo Break on you. That means that everybody's dying in the center now. How about that? And actually, we don't get to keep any of these, even if we play Perfect Insanity, so let's just not take as much damage. Wow. Alright. I was worried about it, and I had absolutely no reason to be worried, apparently. Alright, next floor. We start with a good old... We got Perfect Insanity again. Alright. We do draw 10 each turn, which means we shuffle our deck every other turn. How about that? And as we remove more cards, we get it even more often. How about that? I think that's a great thing. I'm gonna put some Spike of the Hellhorn on you, I think. The quick one. And then Glimmer is nice. Let's do that. Do a Glimmer. Do Restore on you now that you've gotten damaged. And have another Restore. Have a good old Cycle of Life. You in the back get an Echo Transfer. And we could Perfect Insanity you. You honestly don't deal as much damage as that one does, though. So maybe we actually Perfect Insanity the back one. Oh, that's so funny. Alright. Alright. This one costs 3. And you trigger when a unit dies on the floor, but I kind of want to kill one of these before they get to the next floor, and this doesn't have Inspire on it, so we'll do that. This one doesn't have Inspire on it either. By Inspire, I mean Infused. Alright, Cycle of Life. Cycle of Life. I thought I had another one, apparently I don't. Could have brought you forward, just in case that matters. Right now, I'm not sure. It's not going to matter, never mind. We Echo Break. I'm going to Echo Break one of these to stop all that damage from coming in. And then I could force Contamination. It's just that there's no reason to. Alright. Spike of the Hellhorn comes back. We can Cycle of Life, of course. Cycle of Life, of course. Razor Sharp Edge. Echo Transfer. Restores a couple times. How about 3? And a Glimmer. Plus the Echo Break to kill that back one. Okay, great. By the way, you have Inspire Restore 5 health. I forgot about that aspect of you. That's kind of incredible. Alright, we can actually play all the cards. We just have to play the 2-cost ones ourselves. So we're going to play Unleash the Wildwood. We're going to play another Vine Grasp. We're going to play Echo Break and Echo Break to kill this one. Which means that you are going down 1 health. Perfect Insanity is here this turn, which means it won't be here next turn. That's so sad. Alright, I don't think we need it. But it is sad. Let's be very careful not to play it accidentally. Because it does cost 0, and I could play it on my own guy. Play the Glimmer, play a Restore. We could play Echo Breaks on my own guy. because they don't deal a whole lot, but we could just, you know, kill one of these before that gets to the top. Sure. Nope, we killed both of them because you got all that reap. Now, we should be winning handily. Are we? We are winning handily. Click and turn and win. And we did get the trial, so we got all of that money too, which we can spend on trinkets. Bramble Lash actually is something that deals damage. Restoring Retreat would put my champion on the same floor. Bramble Lash, the thing is, we've got 2 Cycle of Lives, so the Bramble Lashes might actually do a good amount of damage. I'm gonna take a Bramble Lash. We certainly don't need Soul Siphon. Don't really want those. Skip. Now, we're going this way because we still want to remove cards. And we picked up the Lightstone casing. Let's peek in all of these. Stackstone could go on a Cycle of Life. Could go on Spike of the Hellhorned as well. But I kind of like it on Cycle of Life to double the spikes. Oh, it could go on Force Contamination. Well, that might be a better choice. Okay. Power Stone probably goes on Glimmer. And then Emberstone can go anywhere. Let's peek in here. We don't have Sting spells, so the Thorn Casing is not great. The Dun Echo is not great. The Mark of an Exile is fine for the champion, but the champion's health doesn't really matter that much, honestly. True Stone is something that we want on Glimmer. More than anything else. So there's what we're putting on Glimmer. Value Stone we don't really need. We could put it on Bramble Lash if we want Bramble Lash to be free more often, but I think I'm just going to avoid the extra pack shards, because it will be free most of the time anyway. I don't know what I'm removing yet. I know I'm going to remove probably starting deck cards, but I don't know which ones. We're not taking any of these, which means we should reroll. I mean, none of these are great for the deck that we have. Cheater's Hand is the best of them, but it's not that great because we often draw 10 cards a turn, so it would just mean that we have to discard one, meaning that we're only getting 9 cards. Yeah, that's not actually useful. The only thing here that's useful is base charge, in my opinion. So the Merchant of Magic, let's do this. Stackstone we're going to put on Force Contamination. Power Stone we put on Glimmer. Emberstone we can put on anything. I am somewhat incentivized to put it on Force Contamination because right now it could cost 4. So I think I will, to prevent it from costing 4. And then reroll. Eternal Stone we don't want. Power Stone could go on something. It could go on Bramble Lash. It could go on an Echo Break. It's probably better just to put it on an Echo Break. Sure. Emberstone can go on anything. How about Bramble Lash? could put it on Perfect Insanity. I'm going to put it on Bramble Lash. And then we kind of don't want any of these except for perhaps Base Charge. So I think we're just going to purge lots of cards. Very sad that all of those artifacts ended up not being things I wanted. We could remove this Vine Grasp, but it's sometimes valuable to move something to the front. It's just that, do we need 2 of those? I think the answer is we don't need 2 of those. And the Vine Grasp doesn't do enough damage. I mean, the Echo Breaks don't really do enough damage either. Let's remove a Vine Grasp. It's not infused. That's one of the main reasons I'm removing it now. I like the restores, but I don't think we need so many of them. And we certainly don't need the Echo Breaks all the time. The nice thing about the restores is that we can always play them in the middle. So I'm going to remove an Echo Break, because we can't always play that in the middle. Then, I'm not even going to the Merchant of Training. I'm going to remove things at the Merchant of Training. So, purging cards. We're going to purge this Echo Break. We're going to purge a Restore. I don't like removing the infused cards, but the thing is, I'm not going to remove the non-infused cards. So, we're going to remove the infused cards. And we're going to remove one more. Alright. So now we should be drawing our deck, like, most of the time. We should be drawing our full deck. Because 4 of those cards are... Actually, 5 of them are units. And then 2 of them are consume cards. So yeah, we've got essentially 17 cards in our deck. We're going to be drawing the same cards over and over, which is what I want. Yeah, let's move on. We've only got 5 money. We're not doing anything there. I think we defeat Seraph the Chaste. The fact that you remove half of any buff and debuff effect stacks is annoying, to be fair. But I think that's not going to save you. So we're going to have to watch out for the light wings that appear at the top. Eventually. We'll play you up here, we'll play an Echo Break. We really want to play the Echo Break here so we get all of our infuse things. Which means I think we play the Echo Break just on you. Except that you die from so many things. Let's play a different thing that kills you. I mean, the Glimmer kills you. So let's play the Echo Break on the boss. Echo Break on the boss. Vine Grasp goes in our own guy. And then Glimmer kills you. And that means that we're adding Reap to the boss, which, to be fair, the boss is going to remove half of that every turn. But still. We're doing everything here because the most important thing for us to do is to inspire as much as possible. Oh, we've got 4 spikes already. Alright, great. 40 damage. Yeah, the next floor is the most difficult one in terms of are we going to kill that front one? We are. We're killing all of them already. How about that? In that case, as much as I want to play Forced Contamination on the boss, I think that we don't bother and just infuse as much as we can here. We have a Perfect Insanity. I would like to play that on the boss, but I'm not going to. Not until the boss is in the center. Okay. Most important thing is making our guys stronger. I'm going to make you strong. This time. More than we've done before. Alright, so Echo Break on you, so that you don't deal as much damage. I do know that gives you some health. I was kind of depending on it not being too much. Let's Razor Sharp Edge. I'm gonna do a lot of this to this one actually, this time. So that the speedy one does a lot. And then Unleash the Wildwood. And there's no reason to play Force Contamination, so we won't. Okay, the Ember Drain from this one is annoying. You are dying because you actually cultivate 3 now, so we don't actually have to worry about the ones at the top. We'll play the Spike of the Hellhorn on you. We'll play a Razor Sharp Edge on you. We'll play Cycle of Life on this one. We'll play a Restore and a Restore. And we'll play a Echo Transfer on you. Alright, so Force Contamination will prevent all of the Ember Drain, because we didn't get to the point that we were killing you quickly. We could do that with Force Contamination, though, which takes less of our echoes away. Okay, I'm down with that. So now you die quickly, which means we don't get all of the Ember Drain. I'm going to let the 50 damage come in and kill this one. Well, we couldn't use Force Contamination or Perfect Insanity anyway, because we use Force Contamination. Okay, we don't kill that one. That's the problem. We do have Bramble Lash, which currently does 40 because you removed half of it. Very upset at you for that. And I guess we start with a Restore, because it was the most expensive thing. Cycle of Life, Cycle of Life. We can now do Bramble Lash for the maximum that it's going to do, 100 damage. We do the Glimmer. The Echo Transfer, we're going to spread out our damage a little bit now. And then Restore, Unleash the Wildwood, and then Echo Break on you in the back, because we didn't quite kill you. You will die from the champion, probably. We'll find out. We'll figure out what we're doing with you. So, you're taking 6 damage up here. We've got a Vine Grasp, so we'll take you out. Spike of the Hellhorn, we're going to do here again, I think. The Force Contamination could kill you again, and then we wouldn't have to play Perfect Insanity, so I like that. So Force Contamination means that you die quickly. The Vine Grasp goes at here, so that you die. And then I want to do some more attack on my back one as well. Great. Echo Break kills this back one. Restore, of course, goes here. Unleash the Wildwood. And we don't play Perfect Insanity this turn. It would be really nice for Perfect Insanity to show up when the boss is in the center. I would like that. The boss is not in the center this turn, which I guess is great, because if it goes to the center next turn, we can play Perfect Insanity on it. Alright. Our most expensive cards are all 2, which means we don't get to play all of them. Well, we're going to play the Glimmer. We play Cycle of Life, we play Cycle of Life, we play Bramble Lash, which does a lot of damage these days. Restore. The Vine Grasp we don't have to play here. I'm actually okay with you taking some damage and becoming stronger. But I don't really have anybody else to play the Vine Grasp on except for the boss. Okay, fine. You don't take the damage. Echo Break doesn't do anything particularly here, so let's just play Restore. Alright, and the boss, I believe, goes to the center this turn. Our plan is to play Perfect Insanity on the boss. You didn't go to the center. No, stop that. Alright, well, we're gonna play Spike of the Hellhorn again. This is the turn with Perfect Insanity, and again, it's a turn that the boss is not in the center. Wow, we really want a Freestone on that, and we just can't do that anymore. Echo Transfer. The Unleash the Wildwood, fine. The Restore and Restore. I mean, our guys are big. They're just not like... None of them are doing like multiple hundreds of damage. They're doing 200. Which means they have to hit the boss a lot of times. It's just that they probably get the chance. Don't know how much the boss deals. 45 a turn? That takes you a while to kill our front one. And we will have Perfect Insanity next turn. Huzzah. Alright. So this turn, Force Contamination is the most expensive, which is fine. We'll play that, I guess. And then we get to play everything else, such as Glimmer, Cycle of Life, the Bramble Ash. Almost kills the front one. Razor Sharp Edge on our back one. Vine Grasp. Vine Grasp we play on the boss, I think. Because I don't know why we would care to play it on you. And definitely not on you. So let's play it on the boss. Restore. Echo Break. Unleash the Wildwood. Now we've got a pretty strong center. Let's see if we're already winning. Are we already winning? We are. How about that? You're dying though, which is very sad. Let's see if we can stop that from happening. Start with Spike of the Hellhorn. Now you're not dying. How about that? I said we were going to play Perfect Insanity, so we must do that. Perfect Insanity on the boss. We're going to play Echo Transfer. We can't do that right now. We've defeated Seraph the Chaste. Now it's just the Last Divinity. The main problem with the Last Divinity are the ones that go up the train that are really big. You can't deal with lots of big units at the same time. Let's see how we do. I think we can win. I think it might be a little bit harder than I want it to be. Let's see. So we drew a Vine Grasp that costs 3, an Echo Break that costs 3. I guess we drew the Spike of the Hellhorn, so that's not so bad. Play the Sentient at the top. You're actually going to get pretty strong, because you're going to get attacked every turn. How about that? And you get health every turn from both Emblem of the Exiles and your Cultivate, so you're only losing 3 health per turn at the top, and you're getting stronger every turn. That's actually something. So, Spike of the Hellhorn first. We're going to put that on our quick one, maybe? Yeah, put it on the quick one first. And then we Vine Grasp you to the front. We're basically just going to play all of these here. And I want the quick one to be doing a good amount of damage before I focus on the back one there. I can't play Perfect Insanity this turn because the Echo Transfer takes 1, doesn't add 1. That's fine. Alright, 240 damage to... Oh, actually we can do Force Contamination to make that 714. Alright, great. Now, you guys have Damage Shield, which is the problem. We will try to solve that problem. We cannot play all of our cards, especially because we have Ember Drain, so we can only play one of the 2-cost ones. Let's see. I want to use Bramble Lash, which will mostly kill the front one if we hit it with something else. So do we do that, or do we just hit one of the other ones, basically? Actually, you know what? These guys lose their damage shield because of the spikes. The only problem is you have Quick, so we have to hit one of those. Alright, that decides it for me. We're hitting the front one to get rid of his damage shield, so that our Quick guy takes out that one. Now, most everything is going to be taken care of after we play these cards. You know, I just realized that the front one we're going to play Bramble Lash, which is going to do 60 damage, which accomplishes nothing, but it does give us an Echo, which is the most important thing for our deck, honestly. Alright, that one doesn't die, but it does take a lot of damage. I wonder if it's going to die before it reaches the fire. If not, it only deals 6 damage to fire, which is not too bad. Okay, we've got the Spike of the Hellhorn, which we're going to... Should we play that on our quick one? I think I'm going to play that on the quick one again. Spike of the Hellhorn on the quick one. And then we're going to start focusing on the back one. We do have the Perfect Insanity this turn, which we're going to have to decide whether we play that on the boss or one of these, just depending on how scary those get. The Glimmer helps. I'm going to play this up here so that you die. Alright. Hopefully I don't regret that. So we're still deciding, are we playing our Perfect Insanity on one of those, or are we playing it against the boss? And right now it kind of looks like it's going to be one of these. Which is very sad to me, so I'm thinking about ways that we could avoid that. Like, not ways, but I guess I'm thinking about, should we not do that? Have you hit the player a bunch so that we deal more damage to the boss? I don't think so. I think we should take care of the things going up the train. So, we do that. Actually, if we kill you, then the spikes damage doesn't affect us? Sure. Alright, this next set of units is also kind of annoying, and then you are bad, but you're coming when we have Perfect Insanity. So we can actually just take you out with Perfect Insanity. How nice. We've got far too many 2-cost cards. Oh, that's so annoying. Well, I want this one to be in the front. The Bramble Lash does 120, and then our quick guy will kill it. So I do want to play the Vine Grasp on you. And then there's those back there, which are really not good for me. Alright, well, let's start with what we know we're doing. The Bramble Lash. Yeah, everything else costs 2. So Bramble Lash here first. That means that you're taking a good amount of damage and you're not. If we do Force Contamination on this one, then they'll take a good amount of damage too. Probably kill it. Alright, so it's just that one that's the problem. And, you know, it's a problem, but I guess we play an Echo Break on it to make it less of a problem. And then an Unleash the Wildwood. And unfortunately, you are going to almost certainly get to fire. But at least, the big boss man doesn't make me fire. And by big boss man, I mean the Change the Sighted. You costing 3 is really annoying. We're just going to take that damage. Because we're going to play Spike of the Hellhorn. Yep. Alright. Very sad, we're just going to take that damage. It's going to be in my deck. And it might cause me to take damage multiple times. Alright. I'm thinking about whether we should do something about you. And the answer is probably no. Let's do stuff here first. Razor Sharp Edge. If we played the Force Contamination, we could not play Perfect Insanity. But would we rather play Force Contamination? Maybe, you know? Because Force Contamination almost certainly kills you too. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to play the Force Contamination here. Surprisingly, you have caused me not to play Perfect Insanity a few times. I wish you didn't come on the same turn so often. But yeah, this kills you and does more damage to the bots. Should we use this Echo Break that does a little bit of damage up here? You're taking 27 right now. So that leaves you at 105. The Echo Break would deal you 12, which leaves you at 93. And then the extra one of these charged echoes would do you another 6, which leaves you at 180 something. So unless the Serrated Mandibles hits you, then you're going to be doing the same amount of damage to the fire both ways. So I'm going to play this here so we make these guys stronger. Yeah, very sad about that guy getting up there, but he doesn't kill me. He just deals, I think, 36 damage. Okay. The Vengeful Shards. Ugh. The Vengeful Shard only deals 1 damage, and I don't purge it if I play it, so it's not worth doing anything about. I'm going to move you to the front so that we have a better chance to kill you and not get Ember Drain. Now, Cycle of Life. We have a Force Contamination again, which is nice. It seems like it tends to be nice. Bramble Lash also kind of just takes care of that front one, though. We could play the Force Contamination on the next one, I guess. So, play these restores. Play Unleash the Wildwood, sure. Play Bramble Lash. And then we could play Force Contamination to cause you to die, and we will. Okay. We're at 60 on our Pyre. And honestly, one of these scores could kill me if we don't manage to kill them first. We have Perfect Insanity this turn. How sad. I could play the Weight of Contrition, but I kind of think playing the Spike of the Hellhorn and all of those is going to be better overall. So I'm going to continue doing that until I feel otherwise. So, Cycle of Life. Glimmer is nice to play. Cycle of Life. We should probably Perfect Insanity that one, which lets you guys up. Bam. I mean, we're gonna kill one of those back there, but not the backmost one, I think. But I've got to kill you, otherwise I don't have Ember next turn, and we really do need to have Ember next turn. So, you go. And then we try to do as best we can against these. Echo Break, Razor Sharp Edge. The Echo Transfer, should I play that on the quick one? I don't think it's valuable to play it on the quick one. So I'll just play it on the back one. Okay, so you're taking only 37 damage. That is a problem. Actually kind of a bad problem. Because when you get to the Pyre, you're doing 12 damage every turn. We got Force Contamination, but it costs 3. So if we play a 1-cost thing first... Actually, you're almost dying? Maybe we don't need to play Force Contamination there? Maybe we play it up here. Let's start with Cycle of Life. See, the Spell Shield means that the Bramble Lash doesn't do anything. Oh, do we let you up? The thing is, you do less damage than this one does. Oh, this is such a hard decision. I could play the Restore here, and then play 2 things that give echoes up here, followed by Force Contamination, which would mean you would kill this one. I think it's worth it. I'm just I'm just kind of sad that we're letting things seep through so often. So that means that we're going to play... We have to play the Force Contamination first. No. It costs 3. Oh, that's not great. So we can't do the Force Contamination at the top at all. So let's think about the top. You are taking 38 damage. If you took more damage, what does that mean? So, how much is this right now? You are at 73. 73 health means that you're only attacking the Pyre twice. I'm not going to be able to change that. We're going to play everything here. Which means, do we play Force Contamination? Yes, we do. So, Restore, Force Contamination, and then, I mean, we're going to play Bramble Lash here, even though it does practically nothing. Do I want to bring any of you forward? The only one that it would affect is the Clip Reflector, which I don't think affects much. What if I Divine Grasp my own guy and then do Unleash the Wildwood up here? Alright. That also dealt you some more damage, which probably is meaningless. Alright, we made it past both of the mini-bosses. So at this point, it's really just these two floors / the Last Divinity. And all of these things, you're gonna add 2 more as well, unless we kill you somehow, which I guess we could do Glimmer down there. We kind of also want to do Glimmer here, but we could do the Glimmer down there. Alright. Do this. That makes everything else free except for those things, which are very annoying. I think we do play the Glimmer down here. Alright. That means we draw 2 more useful things next turn. Razor Sharp Edge. The Echo Transfer means that we don't get to play Perfect Insanity this turn. I really dislike that we've been able to play that so little. Restore on you. I'm gonna play the Echo Break on the boss, I think. Because we really don't care about any of those other ones. They have Spell Shield. So let's hit the boss a little bit. Alright, we're at 28 health. We're not doing, like, amazing. Okay, next turn. Next turn is the big turn. Are we winning? We are winning. Huzzah! We're winning. I'm gonna play the Vengeful Shard then. Alright. Oh, we can even play Perfect Insanity. We're gonna play Perfect Insanity. Because I really want to. Finally, we get to play Perfect Insanity on the boss. My word. Alright. We win. And this was the last one, folks. Because I have just finished mastering every card in the game. Wow. And I did the last several on Covenant rank 25. I got a new crown, the Awoken Wormkin with the Sentient Crown. And I really thought, like, we got Glugsider at the last possible moment, and it's not like we did amazingly well. We just did well enough to win. We're at 28 health at the end. All right. I want to see it. Glugsider has been Divinity Mastered. We didn't earn a new record. And now every single card has been Divinity Mastered. Great. Every single card Divinity Mastered. I have beaten every expert challenge. We've gotten at least 1 crown for every single clan combination. The base game doesn't really tell us anything else, I don't think. No, not really. So, we have done all of the goals that I set out for this playthrough. And I feel pretty good about that. So what we're going to do, because this is the last one for now, is we're going to watch the credits. And while the credits roll, I'm going to tell you things that are happening next. I'm ending my playthrough of Monster Train in such a way that I'm not going to release a video every week for it anymore. I'm going to get all 60 crowns, by the way. That is something I'm going to do, and I might post the videos for that too. But it's not going to be every week. You might see more Monster Train on the same playlist as this Monster Train. I have no idea if I'm going to go through with all of that recorded, and I don't know how long it would take if I did. So I might do it, and you might see it or not. For future Saturdays, the game I'm going to be playing is Nine Souls. Nine Souls is a Metroidvania similar to Hollow Knight, and that's most of what I know about it, of course. It's going to be a blind playthrough, where I'm going through the game, having never played it before, and really I've seen very little other than the starting screen. The starting screen for it. The marketing screens, basically. But I've been highly recommended, Nine Souls, so it should be great. I'm very happy to play another Hollow Knight-like thing on this channel, because it is the thing that started this channel. And if you're still interested in content around roguelike deck builders, other than releasing out some more Monster Train, maybe, I do sometimes play Slay the Spire. I stream that, and whenever Slay the Spire 2 comes out, I'm going to be streaming that, definitely on this channel, because Slay the Spire is one of my favorites. Speaking of sequels, Monster Train 2. It's gonna be a while before I play Monster Train 2 on this channel, but because I've played Monster Train 1, I will probably play Monster Train 2. One of the biggest problems with what I've done with my YouTube channel is that almost every game that I've played on this channel is coming out with a sequel after I played the first one on the channel. So I'm backed up on sequels for things that I played on this channel. So Monster Train 2 is going to come sometime. I just can't promise when. And based on how long it takes me to go through games, it might be a while. Alright, thanks for watching through all of these. It's been great. I am glad to have finished Monster Train, but also I really enjoyed going through it all. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing on Covenant Rank 25 those last few times if I didn't enjoy the game. Alright, I hope I see you in a future playthrough, and until then, bye.